Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. Now, since it's been a while since I've done a straight up tips and tricks video, that's what we're going to be doing tonight, talking about how to get better at this game and how to absolutely dominate by analyzing this nice little gameplay I got here on Kill Confirmed playing with the Peacekeeper. And the thing about this gameplay is I didn't have the exact Peacekeeper class setup that I wanted because I was leveling up through the ranks. As you can tell, I didn't have hybrid mags on this. I also had a secondary. It wasn't the ideal class setup, but I was still able to play this game, and through playing smart, using the right setup, and understanding the game mode and map that I'm on, get a very nice score. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. If you guys do want to see my Peacekeeper class setup, I uploaded that 2 days ago, a full video in depth talking about that, so I definitely recommend checking that out. Smack a like on this thing though. Let's go ahead and smack that like button. Let's go for 620 likes. If we could hit that, that would be amazing. I really do appreciate the support. Like I said, uploading a lot more Call of Duty videos this summer, and of course excited going up into the fall and even into next winter when we're going to get Modern Warfare, which is going to be super duper exciting. But yeah, smack that like. Only takes half a second. Let's go for 620. Subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get right into it. So this gameplay and this video is going to be me talking alongside this gameplay and basically going through my decision making and what was happening. Now, the first thing you need to know is this is Kill Confirmed, yes, but this is Endurance Kill Confirmed. So this is back when the Endurance playlist was available. Now, the only difference essentially between Endurance Kill Confirmed and normal Kill Confirmed is that the score limit goes to double and that the time limit is increased as well. But essentially, the normal Kill Confirmed, the points, everything like that is going to be the same. And one thing you'll watch in this gameplay is how Kill Confirmed fits perfectly into us. I think Kill Confirmed is one of the easier game modes in this game because if you are smart and if you do understand and you have a direct objective of what to go for, which of course on a wide open map like this where air support as well as just kill streaks are going to go absolutely ham, Kill Confirmed, your objective should usually be to go for kill streaks. Now, first tip we'll say in Kill Confirmed is 50 points per kill, but 100 points per tag. These tags, look at this right here, 100, 200, 300. I'm picking up after my kill streaks, 400 points right there. So my strike team kills are only worth plus 10 each, right? In terms of points, which isn't that good in terms of stacking me up to the next streak. Of course, they're going to be kills, they're going to be map control. But the beautiful thing about Kill Confirmed, other than a lot of other game modes, is you sort of cash in on those kill streak kills more than ever because you're not only getting that plus 10, if you go ahead and snag that tag, you're also getting plus 100. Right there, I die, and you can see that I believe my final score of this gameplay was 133-9, so a pretty good gameplay. You can see right there I died just because of COD timing, sort of trying to watch both sides. So the thing with Kill Confirmed you want to know is spawns. Kill Confirmed spawns are fairly similar to TDM spawns in the fact that they're going to be flipping all over the place, and you need to be constantly updating to be able to keep track of this. So you can see every time I'm getting a kill, I'm sneaking out, and you also need to be paying attention to, like right there, when I decide to make that sprint for the tag, teammates. Now, not only are your teammates going to try to steal your tags to get extra points, because if a teammate confirms the tag, it's 25, but if you grab it yourself, it's 100, but you're going to probably be trying to steal other people's as well. And right here, making moves like this, Kill Confirmed, if I know the spawn flip is going to happen based on, let's take an example right now in this game. All my teammates are back where I just was, so I can kind of assume they're going to spawn down here. There's not too many spawn points in actuality on certain maps, on certain game modes, right? So I know they're going to spawn there, they're going to rotate up to here, then they're probably going to rotate over to the back of the church or the back over by the other domination flag. And what I'm doing is I'm understanding that my kill streaks here are Sniper's Nest, Thresher, and Strike Team. Now, of course, Sniper's Nest is really, really good at just picking people off from the sky. Thresher is going to just wipe out a lot of people in their spawn, which will leave a lot of tags right there, again, like I'm talking about. And same thing with the Strike Team. So even if my teammates are confirming the kills, it is worth it for the points. But ideally, if you are getting tags, your mission in Kill Confirmed is to go for high kills, high kill gameplays, right? And win the game. And if you want to do that, using the tags to make your way up onto kill streaks is definitely the way to do it. And that's not the only thing I have. I also have ComSec device as my gear, which of course tags along or synchronizes with Kill Confirmed even better because of how important points are in this game. And then Crash as my specialist, which is just another way to gain points, gain health, and keep myself sort of just cycling through points as much as I can. And Kill Confirmed is easier than any other game mode to cycle through your streaks pretty much, because of the fact you don't really have to be winning gun-on-gun gunfights that much. You just sort of have to be making the right decisions and sort of not running into their spawn and overwhelming yourself too much, which is some of the times where I will die. So a situation like this, I'm getting my first streak, my second streak. All I'm trying to do here is secure this strike team. So that's where I see, okay, it's a little bit hot here. I'm going to go around the side. I'm trying to play this a little bit safer, and that's where right there, I didn't chase that kill. If that was earlier and I had no points towards a streak, I probably would have chased that kill, but I realized there was a strike team unit around me. You always want to pay attention to the minimap, not only where the enemies are when they're up on it, where tags are, but where your strike teams are, where your teammates are. Feeding off of that stuff is so important in a game mode where, okay, like domination when I normally play, you can sort of tell where enemies are going to be spawning just based on, oh, we have A and B, they're probably going to be over at C. TDM and kill confirmed, the skill gap is a little bit increased in those, or the, I guess it's not the skill gap, but sort of the knowledge gap or the spawn knowledge gap, because Call of Duty has always been so important on the on knowing spawns, and if you know them in a game mode like this, there's so much more benefit because you're not really racing against teammates. You're able to get the early rotations to pick up after your kill streaks, and I think at the end of this game, I ended up getting 57 tags or 57 objectives or something like that, which ended up working out quite well. Right here, this guy tries to get me with that specialist, which of course I have to spray down. Those are so annoying, and a lot of the times you die in this game, it honestly is the specialist. Like right there, I get weak off the specialist, and then this guy shoots me in the back, which another death, which kind of just resulted in Call of Duty timing. You know, as I'm analyzing this gameplay and talking about all the stuff I'm doing right, I want to analyze the mistakes that I'm making. Right there, I think my mistake was maybe just moving. I should have stayed in that building because I was so weak after being burnt with the fire. Right here, I'm making smart plays and maneuvering, using this truck as sort of a head glitch, moving up to try to grab this tag, always moving from head glitch to head glitch. And this is sort of aggressive rushing and the smart way to play it, because in that spawn, that's one spawn you got to get used to. There are some head glitches there that you can use if you beat the enemies to it. The enemies will also use those if they beat you to it. On this other side, it's more about peaking the angles and getting the timing, like right here. It's not necessarily like there's not really any head glitch I can have here, or any sort of objectives, or not really objectives, but cover that I can use. So that's sort of my tips for kill confirmed, to just off the bat what you want to be doing in this game mode. And if you're someone that plays a similar style as me, where it's like ComSec device, you know, playing gun-on-gun action, but with the goal and the intent of getting kill streaks, getting points to control and push the enemy back into their spawn and dominate the game even more, I think Kill Confirmed is a game mode that definitely is really, really awesome. So right here you can see I am 10 points off my next streak as well. So this is where you want to slow it down and play it a little bit safer. That's what I'm doing. Right here, I'm chasing this player simply because my teammate is right there in front of me, and I was slowing down because I saw I was only 10 points off of my next streak, and of course, how much is a kill with a kill streak? That is worth 10 as well. So that's why I took my time there, cycled the streak. Once you get that last streak, so the sniper's nest and then the thresher, this combo I like to run a lot. I know a lot of people like the regular helicopter as well, and honestly, there's so many good kill streaks. There's drone squad, there's a bunch of just really good streaks in this game that, I mean, there's not an insane amount, but there's a few good combos that you can use and that you can maneuver with. But I definitely think that the sniper's nest and thresher are nice because you get them sort of usually together, right? And then you have a few more, or a little sort of margin or gap there to get up to the strike team. That is where you want to secure yourself. The worst feeling and the way that you can mess up the most is when you're dying either, I say usually 300. If you're 300 points off of your first streak, whether it's gonna, usually the first streak is the one that you want to get the cycle going, you want to play that a little bit safer. And especially once I call in my sniper's nest and my thresher, and I'm, let's say, 200, 100 points off of that strike team, there is no objective. And the younger me back in Black Ops 2, back when I was playing Call of Duty back then, I would be antsy. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got the dogs, but I need to get the swarm or something like that. You know, Black Ops 2, I would try to run out there for a tag or a kill. But in reality, if those kill streaks are going to get me 10, 20, who knows, even 30 kills back in Black Ops 2, who cares if I have to sit and play it carefully? Like right here, for example, 75 points off. I sit still, boom, get the kill, get the tag, call this in. I also know another player's coming, so I take my time, and right there, just that easy, I was able to go from nothing, no kill streaks, to all of those kill streaks based on sitting in that corner for what, 5 seconds? Like 5 seconds, that's all it took. And of course, if I was a more antsy player, I would have ran in there. I would have been, oh my gosh, I'm one off streaks. I want to get these going. I want to try to get as many kills as I can, as hype as I can. But of course, when that happens, like right there, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. right there I get rushed by whatever 3-4 players. I can't kill them all, but that's exactly why when you are close to those kill streaks, you want to keep yourself in more controllable engagements and not run into an enemy spawn, not run into a tight corridor. Sit back and let the engagement, let the game flow to you, especially when you're so close to converting on those streaks, which right here, not only do these streaks get me those kills, they also get the map control, get the enemy spawning where you want, they also get the tags dropped. You know, it's all a snowball effect sort of cycle that you have to get going, and that's how you can see this gameplay here. It's not like I'm doing anything insane. It's not like you watch this gameplay and say, oh my gosh, his gun skill, the Goblin is just the best with the gun skill, he's going to be an MLG pro. You don't really say that. I'm winning these gunfights, I'm playing it smart, but I'm usually not putting myself in a situation where it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do here? And because of that, I'm always staying in control. Well, not always, but for the most part, I'm cycling through and I'm just sort of playing casually, letting the game flow to me, playing around right there. I sort of make a, I don't know if I make a mistake there. I try to use the strike team as sort of a bait and switch to push. Of course, doesn't end up working out, but you can't win every single gunfight. It all depends on what decisions you are making, and statistically when you are taking those risks. If you're taking those risks halfway up to your streaks or early in your streak, it's not a big deal. If you're taking them way later, then that's where it's really going to cost you. It's the same sort of thing when I talk about Fortnite. By the way, subscribe to my Fortnite channel, The Goblin, if you haven't already. But it's like early game to mid game, you can take those risks, but when it comes to end game in Fortnite, it usually is a lot more painful dying in second place, you know, and not getting the victory royale than it is if you die off the start. So be a little more risky. And that's the exact same thing with Call of Duty. With Call of Duty, you have a set amount of time or score that this game mode is going to last for, and you want to make the most out of it and do the best that you can. And that's what I was able to do in this game. Once again, right here, 100 points off of the next streak. I pushed this with my teammate, which is beautiful, of course. If the teammates want to push objectives before you or push doorways before you, you might as well follow them up. And I finished off this game with a nice, respectable scoreline of 133-9, not doing anything mind-blowing, using a solid weapon, the Peacekeeper, and playing solid, consistent gameplay with a plan. I really think a lot of players can do this if you put your mind to it and get these really awesome score lines. Hopefully this did help you guys out. Drop a like, subscribe, 133-9. I'll see you on the next one, and that's about it. Smack that like button, and I'm out. Peace.